Hi guys, Cigar Jockey back. It's been about a week now, so I'm trying to get the reviews more together again, time-wise, at least get one a week out. Sorry about that, stuff just happens. So, as you can see, I am sporting, again, the Corona Cigar Company t-shirt. Not just because I like it, but because I had an opportunity today. I was in Orlando, my son had a doctor's appointment, and if I'm going to be in Orlando, I'm going to have to stop in Corona. It's just, got to do it. If you ever get to Florida and you want to check out a great cigar shop, they got 3 locations right around Orlando area. Great, great shops. So I picked up a couple cigars today. I wanted to do something different. I mean, I'm normally one of those guys. I go in a cigar shop and I pick out the major stuff. You got your, Tatuaje, you got your Don Pepin, his whole line. You got, all the major brands. I'll grab something from that. I never grab house blends, and you never know. There's probably some phenomenal house blends that the cigar shop has made that I just don't know about. So what I did today is I went in and I bought 2 sticks from their shop in there. One is the 10th anniversary Nicaraguan blend, and I'll try that at a later date. The one I have right now is the Intensa. And this one here says Intensa on it in Spanish. Below it, it says made in Nicaragua. And then it says, very little writing, Aganorce Lajero. Now, the deal with this is, from my understanding, this is a 100% Nicaraguan cigar, from what I've read online. Supposedly, Corona Cigars teamed up with Casa Fernandez, who has its own line of cigars, their blender, who creates for Casa Fernandez. Their blender created this cigar also. But Casa Fernandez and this Intensa here has tobacco strictly from Aganorce, which I believe is in Nicaragua. It's a huge, I guess you'd call it company, which creates phenomenal tobacco. Their tobacco is so good that other companies use it. For instance, say Padron makes some of their fantastic cigars using Aganorce leaf. So Casa Fernandez and Corona teamed up, made the Intensa. Supposedly this is supposed to be pretty full-bodied. We'll give it a try and see what happens. Several sizes on this cigar. I don't know them off the top of my head. I just kind of went into the shop and grabbed them. This is the Gran Corona, 5.5 by 54 ring gauge. Straight off the wrapper, it's really nice looking. I mean, this is top grade quality tobacco when you're looking at the wrapper. Vein-free, silky smooth, lots of oils coming through. It's just all in all phenomenal looking stick. It's hard to tell with an iPad camera. They just don't do a nice quality on that. What can you say? Scent. It's got this really nice sweet cedar with a tinge of spice. When you get to the foot, that's where it really pops out. Oh yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice and pungent there. And if you can see, it's hard to tell on this, but there's a nice marbling of lighter tobaccos with some black tobacco in there. I'm assuming that's the Lajero. Beautiful looking pigtail cap going on here. I've noticed the other Casa Fernandez cigars have the same pigtail cap on it. So it's a top-notch construction. The cap is just expertly applied, really nicely done. Construction-wise, top-notch. Price point, this was $8 for the, what do they call this? The Gran Robusto. So let's cut it up, light it up, and smoke it up. Actually, I had to cut a little bit more of that pigtail. Some people pull the pigtail off. I don't. I would rather cut it. I tried pulling off a pigtail the other day, and it just pulled the cap right off. It wasn't a good experience. The flavors I'm getting right now are basically the scent that I got on the foot. A little bit of sweetness, some spiciness, a good amount of cedar in there also. So let's give it a try. Excuse me a second. Getting a good amount of white pepper spice right now with this really good oak combination. a good leathery base, um, some earthiness in the background, but I'm going to have to relight it too. I didn't get it all in there. That's the crappy part of what I'm doing here. I really should light it up maybe off camera. Basically what I got right now, a good amount of peppery spice through the retrohale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the Intensa from the Corona Cigar Factory, well, Corona Cigar Company, burn down more, and I'll see you in a little bit. Back, and I wanted to let it burn down, let it open up a little bit from where the starting is, because sometimes when you first light it, you get that initial blast of pepper, like another manufacturer, and then it just kind of changes gears as it goes along. So I wanted to let it open up a little bit and see how it is. Getting this nice, robust, rich, creamy, nutty. It's definitely got the peppery spice going on to it, but it's not as intense as I thought it would be, but it's a phenomenal stick. I am really impressed with this 1/4 inch I'm burning into it so far. It's got the creamy base, nice leathery mouth feel, getting some nuttiness also going on with that. But at the very end, that's when the peppery spice is finishing on. Give it a retrohale and see how we do. Oh yeah, a retrohale really brings a nuclear blast of spice through the sinus cavity. That's the Intensa right there that I'm getting. So I'm going to let it burn down a little bit more. I've blabbed on long enough at this point. Just going to sit back and enjoy the hell out of this Intensa. I'm really impressed with it so far. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm back at about the halfway mark. Maybe I might not be at the halfway mark yet. Just wanted to come back and touch on how great this cigar is. I mean, for $8 for this Intensa, I'm not going to name names, but the other day I smoked this cigar and the tag was $12 on it. It was nowhere near as good as this. Quality, the other one I had, it wouldn't burn. It burned worth crap. Literally, you know, there was quite a bit of it left. I just had to pitch it. It was a horrible cigar, and it was $12. This is $8, and it's worth every penny. I wanted to touch on a couple things, too, even before I get on the flavor characteristics. Draw-wise, the roll on this cigar is phenomenal. You draw through, and it's an effortless draw, and it produces a ton of smoke. I tried to look up online. I thought maybe this might have been done in the Cuban style, in 2-bar style, but I didn't see anything along the lines of Casa Fernandez doing that. Just a hell of a job on creating this stick. When you first bring it in, you get a little bit of tingle of peppery spice going on. But it's got this rich, creamy, leathery base going on with nuts and coffee. And a good woody finish to complete it. I mean, it's a nicely complex cigar. But at this point now, it falls within, I'd say, a medium plus range as you get to the medium part here of the stick. It's kind of died down a little bit. But all in all, it's just really good. And that's enough of me rambling on again. I'll be back in a little bit and let you know how it's going. So I'm getting down now to the final third now of this Intensa. One thing I thought was kind of neat was the fact when you pop the band off, it has Corona Cigar Company on the back there, website and the telephone number. One thing to sum up this Intensa, consistent. The flavors have been consistent from start to finish. Creamy, nutty, peppery finish. It's still within the medium body range, medium plus body range. A good amount of wood going on right now. With, still a good amount of peppery kick through the retrohale. So all in all, just a phenomenal stick. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the rest of this Intensa. I'd say I've probably been working on it now, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes. I really didn't time myself on this one. Just sit back and enjoying it. That's about it on the cigar. It's a phenomenal cigar for $8. You cannot go wrong. I'm going to do a quick thing. I'm going to do a little history lesson. Well, not history lesson. History on my part. Why do I call myself Cigar Jockey? It's kind of two-part. Cigar, that's the easy part. The jockey part, nothing to do with horses. About 22 years ago, I used to go to Gold's Gym in Monterey, California. And Reggie Jackson used to go to it all the time too, the same time I won. I'm a smaller guy. Short, small. He came up to me one time when I was working out and asked if I was a jockey. And I was like, no, why? He goes, because I would have bet on you if you were. And it kind of stuck. That's it. That's why I call myself Cigar Jockey. I thought it was kind of cool. That's it. All in all, I'm going to say I really enjoyed this. Corona knocked it out of the park with this cigar. If you're looking for a medium plus cigar, this is the one you should really try. If you like Casa Fernandez, you'll like this stick. Thanks, and I'll see you again.